Hi dental fans, here's my complete guide to cleaning your teeth so you can have a very nice smile. I'll show you the proper way to floss your teeth and my favorite technique for brushing your teeth. In addition, I'll show you how to use disposable floss picks, the Reach Access Flosser, floss threaders, Proxy brushes, and superfloss. So sit back, relax, and soak it all in. Let's impress your dentist at your next dental checkup. So step 1. I like to floss before I brush. This loosens up the plaque on the in-between sides of my teeth. Today I'm going to show you how to floss properly. The whole reason for flossing is to clean the sides of your teeth that you can't reach with your toothbrush. So keep that in mind when you floss. Now to start, take a piece of floss about 1.5 feet long, that's 45 centimeters for the rest of the world, and pinch it between your thumbs and fingers. You can use either your thumb and middle finger, or what I like to do is use my thumb and index finger. Then spin your hands so that the floss wraps around your fingers. Now the floss is firmly wrapped around your fingers, and you can use your thumb and other finger to help guide the floss when you floss your teeth. And now the fun begins. As I said earlier, you're using the floss to clean the parts of your teeth that you can't reach with a toothbrush. So as you can see, the toothbrush can easily reach the sides of your teeth, but it can't reach in between your teeth. And now we floss. Using your thumbs and fingers, you guide the floss down in between your teeth. Once the floss gets past the tight spot, you pull the floss against a tooth and slide it up and down a few times. Be sure to try and wrap the floss around the tooth as much as you can. That way you are cleaning as much of the tooth as possible. The floss will go under your gum a little bit, but don't force it too far under the gums. Then you press it against the adjacent tooth and slide it up and down a few times. You are using the floss as a scraper to scrape the plaque and bacteria off the sides of your teeth. Don't move the floss from side to side like this. That motion doesn't clean the tooth. You need to move the floss up and down. Then you pull the floss up and out, or if your teeth are really tightly spaced, you can let go of one side of the floss and pull it out the side. Make sure you floss between every tooth. Be systematic about it. When I floss, since I'm right-handed, I start on my lower right all the way in the back and work my way over to the lower left. Then I move up to the upper left all the way in the back and work my way around to the upper right. I do it the same way every time I floss. That way I don't miss any teeth. Make sure you floss at the same time every day. I usually floss at night. I'll floss first, then brush my teeth. Be consistent and you'll get into the habit of flossing. And don't forget to floss your last tooth, even though there is no tooth behind it. As you saw earlier in this video, the toothbrush can't reach the back side of your last tooth. You need to clean it with floss. All right, like how your teeth feel after you floss? Did you ever smell the floss after you used it? Ew! Aren't you glad you removed that stuff? Now on to step 2, brushing. Let's brush and get our mouth feeling fresh. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to brush your teeth and also explain the key points of brushing. I find it helps to understand why you are doing something so that you can do a better job. So the main reason you brush your teeth is to clean them. Brushing removes food particles as well as plaque which grows on your teeth. By removing the plaque before it turns into tartar, there will be less buildup on your teeth. Less tartar and plaque on your teeth means you're less likely to get a cavity or gingivitis, or even worse, gum disease. Proper brushing will clean the sides and the biting surfaces of your teeth. You'll still need to floss to properly clean in between your teeth. And now, let's brush! The first key point is to hold the toothbrush so the bristles point at a 45-degree angle towards your gums. This allows the bristles of your toothbrush to go below the gum line a little bit. The second key point is how you hold your toothbrush. Most people hold it in their fist like this. That's fine as long as you don't use too much pressure. How do you know if you're using too much pressure? Well, if your toothbrush looks like this, then you're using too much pressure. If that's how your toothbrush looks after using it for a month, I'll recommend you hold your toothbrush with just your fingertips, like this. That way you won't be able to use as much pressure while you brush your teeth. Now here's the motion I want you to use. Start by holding your toothbrush with the bristles at a 45-degree angle to your gums. Then move the brush in little circles like this. This way you are cleaning the entire side of the tooth, and you are also cleaning underneath your gums a little bit. Okay, so now that you have the circular motion down, on to key point number 3. Key point number 3 is to brush all your teeth on all sides. The best way to make sure you brush all your teeth is to find a consistent pattern to use when you brush. Then use that same pattern every time you brush. What I do, since I'm right-handed, is I start on my lower left on the cheek side. I make sure that I'm starting all the way in the back on my wisdom tooth. In order to be able to reach that far back, only you open your mouth about halfway. If you open really wide, your cheek gets stretched too tight and prevents you from reaching the side of your teeth all the way in the back. By being open only halfway, there's more space for your toothbrush to get in between your teeth and cheek. I make sure I'm holding the brush at a 45-degree angle, pointing at my gums. I start making little circles with the toothbrush and slowly move along the gum line without picking up the toothbrush. I then make my way over to my right side. You'll notice I have to shift the toothbrush as I move from left to right. Once I reach my last molar on the right, I move the toothbrush to the tongue side. Hold it with a 45-degree angle, pointing towards my gum, and start moving the brush in little circles while slowly moving it along the gum line till I reach the tooth I started on. If your mouth fills up with toothpaste suds, feel free to spit at any time. I then repeat the process again, so now I've brushed all my lower teeth on the sides twice. I then move up to the upper teeth on the left and do the same thing. Once I've made 2 passes around my upper teeth, I'll use the toothbrush to clean the biting surfaces of my teeth. I do this by just scrubbing back and forth with the toothbrush about 10 times. This motion is not good for your gums, but the biting surfaces of your teeth are very hard and you won't cause any damage. Make sure you do this in all 4 corners, top, bottom, as well as on the right and left sides. Lastly, I do the same thing to clean my tongue. But hold up! So you're probably thinking, what kind of dentist is Dr. Rich? He never told me how long I'm supposed to brush my teeth for. Well, I'm more concerned with how you brush your teeth. Because if you follow my recommendations in this video, you'll find that how I'm recommending you brush your teeth will take you about 2 to 3 minutes. So you don't need to set up a timer, just follow a proper toothbrushing protocol and the brushing time will take care of itself. But if it makes you feel better, go ahead and set a 2-minute timer on your phone. If you only go by brushing time with a timer, you could spend 2 minutes brushing, but you might miss spots in your mouth. You'd have spent the time, but your teeth will not be clean. Focus on the process and you will get results. Your dentist will be impressed at your next checkup appointment. So now that you know how to brush and floss, do it every day. And now for some bonus information about how to use floss picks and the Reach Access Flosser. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use a floss pick. A floss pick is dental floss with a handle. It comes in 2 styles, one with the floss in line with the handle, like these floss picks, and the other style has the floss perpendicular to the handle, like this Reach Access Flosser. The inline floss picks I've seen are usually disposable, while the Reach Access Flosser has a disposable head, but you keep the handle. The biggest difference between the 2 styles is that the inline style makes it easier to floss your front teeth, while the perpendicular style makes it easier to floss your back teeth. The inline style also usually has a point at the end so that you can use it like a toothpick if you have a piece of stringy meat or corn stuck between your teeth. Either style, you use them the same way. You place the floss in between 2 teeth. Then using a back and forth sawing motion with gentle downward pressure, you slowly move the floss down below the tight spot where the 2 teeth are touching. Once you are below the tight spot, stop pressing down. You'll hurt your gum. Next, pull the floss against the side of one of the teeth and start sliding the floss up and down. The floss will go down under the gum a little bit, but don't force it too far under the gum. Do that a few times, then move the floss against the other tooth and repeat the process. Here's how it looks when I use the Reach Access Flosser. Once you are finished, pull the flosser straight up to remove it. If you can't remove it, don't panic. Get a pair of scissors and cut the floss near one end of the floss pick, then pull it out the other side. Then proceed and floss the rest of your teeth. Next up, for people with bridges and implants, here's how to use a floss threader. If you have a permanent dental bridge, whether it's on natural teeth or on top of implants, you know you can't floss it normally because the teeth are all connected. Same thing with a permanent orthodontic retainer, which is a wire bonded onto your teeth to keep them straight. So how do you clean underneath it? There are different ways to clean underneath it. In this video, I'll show you how to use a floss threader. A floss threader works well for tight areas underneath bridges and permanent orthodontic retainers. So a floss threader is a piece of monofilament, basically fishing line, which has a loop at one end. It is a bit stiffer than dental floss. You take your piece of dental floss and put it through the loop at the end of the floss threader. It looks like a needle and thread. That's why it's called a floss threader. You take the end of the floss threader and insert it underneath your bridge or retainer. Since it is a bit stiff, it will easily go under your bridge without hurting your gums. You grab the end on the other side of the bridge and pull it through until you have the floss underneath your bridge or retainer. And now you floss. First, rub the floss on the underside of the false tooth a few times. Remember, you are trying to scrape off the plaque that may be attached there. This is an area that you can't reach with your toothbrush. Once you do that, then slide the floss forwards until you are up against the front tooth of the bridge. Now you scrape the floss up and down the side of the tooth a few times. Make sure to wrap the floss around the tooth a bit and slide it up and down. Don't move the floss back and forth like this. That doesn't clean the tooth at all. Once you are finished with the front tooth, slide the floss back under the false tooth and do the same thing with the back tooth. Once you are finished with the back tooth, pull the floss and the floss threader out from under the bridge. As I mentioned, using floss with a floss threader is one way to clean underneath a bridge. I'll have more videos showing other products that you can use to clean under bridges and in between your teeth. And to use a floss threader for underneath your orthodontic retainer, it works the same way, except there's no false tooth in between the teeth that you need to floss under. And the final part is how to use a proxy brush and superfloss. In this video, I'll show you how to use an interproximal brush, also called a proxy brush, to clean those places in your mouth. I'll also show you another alternative called superfloss, which works well for cleaning underneath large implant bridges. So here's a close-up of an Oral-B interproximal brush. It is a handle into which you insert the brush heads. The brush heads come in two different styles. A thin one that looks like a pipe cleaner, which works well for smaller spaces, and a Christmas tree shaped one for larger areas. The large handle lets you hold it like a toothbrush. The large handle also makes it easier to hold if you have arthritis. Here are some examples of smaller interproximal brushes. These work the same way, but the heads on them are smaller, so they can get into tighter spaces. The handles on these are smaller as well, so they may not be as easy to hold for some people. You use both types of brushes the same way. So you may remember from my previous videos, the whole point of cleaning your teeth is to get the plaque off. Interproximal brushes are used instead of dental floss to clean large spaces in between your teeth or dental implants or underneath permanent bridges. They also work very well for people who've had gum surgeries to treat periodontal disease. Gum surgeries for periodontal disease usually leave large spaces between your teeth. You gently insert the proxy brush in between your teeth and then rub the side of your tooth back and forth like this. I know, I told you not to floss like this, but this is not floss. The bristles of the brush will clean your tooth when you use it like this. Make sure you clean the tooth at the back of the space as well. You can also use the proxy brush to clean the back side of your last molar as well. In my flossing video, I showed you how to floss that spot. Here's how you use the interproximal brush to clean that spot. Pro dental tip: dip the proxy brush into some Listerine before you use it. Or if you're someone who's prone to cavities, dip it into fluoride rinse or even put some prescription strength fluoride gel on the brush. Be sure to only use the brush in spots where it will fit easily. Don't force it into tight spaces. Use regular dental floss for that. Another alternative to the proxy brush is superfloss. Superfloss is a proxy brush in floss form, kind of like fat, bushy dental floss. You insert the end underneath your bridge like you would use a floss threader, Then pull the bushy part of the superfloss underneath your bridge. Then you work the superfloss back and forth just like you would a proxy brush. Superfloss is very useful for cleaning under large permanent dental implant bridges. A large bridge may be wider than the head of a regular interproximal brush is long, so you won't be able to reach all the areas under the bridge. Since superfloss has a longer brushy bit, it can reach every spot under your bridge. Thanks very much for watching. Now remember to brush and floss. See you at our next visit.